this dude opened up Yo-Yo door, let me tell y'all just the inside feeling. I was hot. I was heated. I wanted to really pop all the way off. First off, this is the same dude that worked with us that you said you did not want Yo-Yo, that he be on your heels. Because I said, hey, I thought dude liked you. She said, no, he just be thirsty. He be on my heels. He want everybody this, that, and the third. But he at your crib. I just left from your crib, but he at your crib. So when he opened up the door, he was shocked to see me. He like, oh, yo, you could tell by his face expression. He like, yo. I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm like, Yo-Yo here. He like, she tied up. I'm like, what? He like, she tied up right now. He like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, just till I stop by. He like, you want to come in? I'm like, no, I'm straight. He like, all right. He like, hey, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, see you tomorrow. So I walk clean up. Now, as I'm walking, getting ready to walk back to the bus stop, I'm heated. I'm livid. I'm hot-headed right now. So I'm like, yo, I need to go to Raymond. You know what I'm saying? To Raymond's spot to think, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I don't want to ring the bell because every time I ring the bell, Raymond mama come. Not even the sisters no more. Raymond mama, is she on vacation? Nobody ain't telling me nothing. Tell me, Steven. Because every time I ring the bell for the last 2 times, the mama been coming to the door. So I'm like, man, I'm going to just end up having to throwing rocks at Raymond Wendell to get his attention. Hopefully he there if he not at his girlfriend crib. Because I'm going to go to his girlfriend crib. So boom, I get on the bus. I gets off. I walk. Now his girlfriend, she stay a couple of blocks away from us. So I go to her crib. I ring the bell. Now it's really late. And so she comes and she like, oh, hey. I'm like, hey, I'm like, Raymond here? She like, no, he actually just left 30 minutes ago with his friends. I'm like, did he go to the crib? She like, I don't know where he went. He just kissed me and told me he'll see me tomorrow. I'm like, can you please text him? She like, okay. She like, matter of fact, I'll call him for you. Hold on. So I'm sitting there like, yes, like, all right, cool. Like, now I'm starting to feel a little bit that the pressure's coming off my back. The pressure's coming up off my back. I'm kind of feeling a little copacetic. I'm kind of feeling cool. So she come back. Here you go. He already on the phone. I'm like, hey, bro, where you at? He like, oh, I'm in front of the crib. He like, I'm in the car with my guy. He like, we hotbox in the car. I'm like, all right, I'm finna walk down there. He like, all right, come on. So boom, I hang up. I'm like, thank you so much. She like, all right. So boom, I leave. I go a couple of blocks down. Right, true enough, he in a Cadillac, and they in a hot boxing. I'm talking about going crazy. They got 4 hitters lit up. And they getting crazy. As soon as you open it, it look like a barbecue grill, basically. It's like nothing but smoke. It's chinky. So I get in there. I'm like, yo, God. Whoa, y'all are going crazy. So they light up another one. So Raymond like, here, to order to get in the session, you got to light one up too. So boom, I lit up one. So now it's 5 in the session. So we all doing our thing. So Raymond like, you good? I'm like, yeah. So we smoke. Boom, boom, boom. We get done. We come out the car. Now when we come out the car, my eyes is low. It's lower than this. All right? It's low. So Raymond like, you straight? I'm like, man. I'm like, I need somewhere to lay my head at. He like, you know I got you. He like, you know I got you. He like, just come on in the crib. So he like, my mom probably be in there because she gonna get ready to go to work at 3. I'm like, man, every time I come, I'm like, she been opening up the door lately. He like, yeah, man, she was off for a few days. He like, my sister been sick. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I ain't know that. He like, come on, she gonna be good. She ain't gonna say nothing. So we went straight through the front door. I'm talking about lit. I was worried because I'm like, she gonna smell that, you know, the killer, that Don Jonas. She most definitely gonna smell that. So boom, as soon as we walk in, she sees me, right? She's in the living room. We walk in. She like, hey, Roshan. I'm like, oh, hey. She like, oh, I just want to let you know your mom came here. I'm like, what she say? She like, she picked up your bags. I'm like, she picked up my bags. She like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Now, mind you, in my bag, now I got my wallet and my keys, but in my bags, it was the snacks, some other clothes, some clothes to change. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little salty now. I'm like, okay, I'm like, I don't got nothing to wear. She like, yeah, but I told her that you just stopped by and dropped some stuff off, but I don't know where you went. I'm like, oh my God. She like, you probably need to go home. So Raymond like, Mom, I'll talk to you and tell you everything. She like, okay, because she like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to be having somebody else's kid here and something is going on, and you know, I feel like that this is too much, Raymond. And Raymond looked at me like, Mom, it's okay. She like, I know, but your dad is going to be home next week from out of town. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she say stuff, she'll pause and let you talk. So I was just looking like, oh my God, like now I got this household into some extra stuff. So Raymond like, man, come to my room. So I go to his room. He opened up a Jordan box. He got a whole bunch of Zaza in there. So he breaking it down. He like, man, yo, he like, I don't know what you're going to do, but he like, look, you got to tell me what time you're going to normally be coming here. Like, I'm going to have to sneak you through the bag. He like, my mama probably going to dry snitch on you. I'm like, you think so? I'm like, no, I don't think she going to do it. He like, trust me, I know my mama. I'm like, all right, cool. He like, here, look. So he gave me some money. He gave me some Zaza. And he like, I got a burnout phone. Now, he had a burnout phone, but it was straight minutes. He like, so be careful with it. He like, because once you run out of minutes, he like, you got to pop off another $20. And he like, it ain't nothing but 100 minutes. He like, ain't nothing free on that. So he like, every minute count. I'm like, all right. So he like, anybody want any connect? He like, just hit me up and give me the number. And he like, and I'll serve. I'm like, all right, cool. So now we got the plan. I got a burnout phone. I'm good now. So boom, we go to sleep. It's time for me to get ready. You know what I'm saying? To go to school. Boom. I go to school. It's Friday. I'm not going to stay there the whole day because I'm going to go meet Mark. So, boom. It's Friday. I see Brianna. Brianna come up to me. She like, can we talk? Now, mind you, she do not know that I have saw her and the guy hug each other. She don't know that. She like, she comes to my locker. She like, can we talk? I'm like, no, I don't want to talk. She like, but I feel like that we need to. She like, you came to my house and you want to talk. She like, I want to talk now. But I'm like, move. I don't want to talk. And so I slammed the locker. Boom! I'm talking about, when I say I slammed down, boom, I slammed the locker. And so I go on ahead and I go down there, you know what I'm saying, down the hallways. And I'm talking to other people, right? So she come down there. She like, Grandma, she like, we need to talk. I'm like, leave me alone. So I go farther down the hallway some more. So now this girl is following me in the hallway, yelling and calling my name. So the teacher come out like, hey, is everything okay? But I'm still walking. So she like, Roshan. So she run up on me and she just grabbed me and she kind of like slightly, but she put a little bit of pushing behind it. Boom, on the lock. And she like, listen to me. I'm like, let me go. She like, listen to me. I'm like, let me go. Where your bracelet at? You ain't got it on today, huh? So boom, the bell rung. I'm like, I gotta get to class. So boom, I get to class, right? So boom, time progressed. It's time to go to lunch. We get to lunch, the girl with the Scotty, everybody there, they at their table. I'm at my table. It's pizza and fries day. I really don't mess with the pizza, but I'm going to eat the fries and the applesauce, and I'm going to drink the juice. So Brianna come to my table straight up, and she sits right in front of me. So I'm like, what now? So I'm eating. I'm like, what's wrong? So she was like, I miss you. I'm like, you miss me? I'm like, no, you don't. She's like, yes, I do. I'm like, you don't miss me. She's like, how you gonna tell me if I miss you or not? I really, really do. She like, I just want to stop. I want to be with you. I'm like, you want to be with me? You told on me. Like, you wore that bracelet, right? Where the bracelet? She like, I took it off. I'm like, you enjoyed your company last night? She like, what company? I'm like, did you enjoy your company last night? She's like, I didn't have any company. I'm like, yeah, right. So I get up, I grab my tray. But when I grabbed my tray, we had an open garbage. I took the tray and I just threw it like, boom, like in the trash. And so the security looked at me like, hey, is you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So Brianna like, come here. I'm like, no. So I walked out, boom. I go to my locker. Now, mind you, it's still some time. I go to my locker. She comes chasing behind me. So the security guard come like, come here. She like, no. So the security guard grab her. I keep walking. I go straight to the gym. So when I go to the gym, I'm talking to the coach, right? I'm like, hey, coach. I'm like, you ain't been telling me about no games. I went straight to that because I tried to throw it off. I didn't want him to know that I was running from the security guard or I done left for class. I just wanted to go to him because I haven't chopped it up with him. I just been going there doing gym, but he ain't been really socializing with me like that. So I'm like, coach, you ain't talk to me about the games or nothing like that. He like, well, I talked to your mom and she don't want you to be on the team. I'm like, yeah, but I don't live with her no more. He like, well, we have a game Saturday. I'm like, we have a game on the weekend? He like, yeah. He like, it's a away game. I'm like, I'm there, coach. I told him, I'm there. He said, okay. He said, well, be there. He like 3 p.m. he gave me, you know what I'm saying, the address and everything like that. I'm like, thanks, coach. I'm like, I'm gonna be there. I'm like, whatever you do, don't let my mom know that you saw me. He like, what's going on? So I'm like, if I tell you, promise not to say nothing. He like, I promise. I'm like, my mom be beating on me. Like, she don't give me whippings or punishment. She's beat me real bad or punished me to the max. It's like she almost don't love me. You're like, what do you mean by beat? I'm like, her fist with her rings on her fingers. She hit me. I'm like, kick me, choke me, call me names, call me dumb, a whole bunch of stuff. You're like, I'm sorry to hear that. He like, we can report that. I'm like, no. I'm like, my dad is the chief of firefighter. And I'm like, and her dad is a cop. At the time, that was my granddad. He was just a regular cop. So he was like, okay. I'm like, but I'm fine. I ran away. He like, if you need anything, he like, I'm here for you. Boom. I'm like, all right. So my coach, I already knew the word. I dips, right? Bell rings, I go to my locker. So here come Brianna again, right? She like, please, let's talk. I'm like, I don't want to talk. I'm like, stop it. I'm like, go talk to your boyfriend, the one that gave you the bracelet. And I walked off and I slammed the thing. Boom. Now, mind you, I got to go to the gym anyway. It's gym time after lunch. So I go to the gym. Boom. I'm shooting around. Boom. So after that, class, everything goes successful. School is about to end. I get ready to leave out. Brianna come behind me. She grabbed my arm. She like, can we talk? I'm like, talk about what? She like, listen, I love you. I'm like, say it again. She like, I love you. I'm like, come here. She came close. I say, you don't. I saw dude come right after me on his bike. You like that hug? You enjoyed it? And she looked and she said, I said, yeah. Like I thought. I love you too, huh? I don't. Because you can love anything because you just showed me that. And I walked off and she like, Roshan. She kept walking behind me. I'm gone. Now, mind you, I got to work that day. So I get on the bus. I take it straight to work. So I go to work, Miss Shirley, everybody there. So boom, I'm there a little bit early. So I'm like, Miss Shirley, can I start? She like, yeah. So I go ahead and start. I see the girl that work on the register. She look at me. She like, hey. I'm like, hey, you. She like, you still haven't called me yet. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I got a phone though. I'm like, I'm gonna call you for real. She like, all right. So I get her. I'm like, here, I'm gonna give you the number. So I end up calling her number, and she like, I got it, and she locked me in. Now, boom, I put my apron on. I put my stuff on. Now I'm working. So we're busy. Now it's been time for me to start working. We're busy. We getting to going. Now the dude with the ribs that worked there, he comes out, right? He ain't got that many orders, but he get his stuff done. But he comes out and he look at me. He like, hey, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. He like, you want to have a little break? He like, you want to have a little break when you can, on your break? I'm like, no, I'm straight. So he like, I'm thirsty. So he went out there, he got him something to drink. And then he looked at Yo-Yo. He said, hey, same thing tomorrow. So she like, tomorrow? She like, I'm busy tomorrow. You know I do a double. So I'm looking like, that's what they be on. I ain't even tripping though. But I'm like, maybe she trying to make me jealous. I ain't tripping because whole time I'm doing me. So boom, I'm steady working. And all of a sudden, as I'm working, my mama walked straight to the back. My mom walked straight to the back, and it's like I was lifting up the wings, and I just saw her, and my heart dropped like, who let her in here?